And for the final time tonight, anyway, welcome back to Southeastern High School. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Evan Wagner on the camera on the far side. The Rockets of Rushville Industry are about to play the hometown Southeastern Suns in the final game of the night. As we are just about ready to go, you can see Liberty had their way with Beardstown in set number 2. It was a close set number 1. Set number 2 was all Liberty. We'll tell you the scores from tonight here in just a couple minutes. As we've had 4 games, all of them have been available. You can go back and watch them if you want to here on TSSR Game Time Live. The night opened with a 23-25, 25-15, 15-6 win for Unity over Central. And they were led by Hayden Frankel's 16 service points, including 7 aces. And Cody Duke had 7 kills. Game number 2, Illini West handled Western quite easily, 25-12, 25-12. Madeline Boyer had 12 service points, including 6 aces, 3 blocks, and 3 kills. Josie Bryan had a game-high 8 kills in that one. Game number 3 saw the West Central Heat beat the West Hancock 18-25, 26-24, 15-13. As we got the national anthem coming, so we'll let you hear that. So the national anthem is in the books. As I was telling you, it was a 18-25, 26-24, 15-13 win for West Central over West Hancock. Harley Haynes led the way with 6 points, including an ace, 7 kills, and a block. And Rebecca Hinshaw had a really good game as well, 7 points, including 3 aces and 4 kills. When it just got done, it was 25-21, 25-7, Liberty over Beardstown. Maddie Gibbs had a game-high 6 kills, while Allie Leffringhouse had 13 service points, including 3 aces and 1 kill. We're ready for the final game of the night. It is the Southeastern Suns, the host school, against the Rushville Industry Rockets. These two teams both played West Central last night. Both got wins. Southeastern beat West Central 25-20, 25-20. Rushville Industry won 25-19, 19-25, 16-14 last night. They were led by Delaney Meyer at the service line and Tana Trone, each with 9 service points, and Devin Vogler had 9 kills. Amanda Stevens had 14 kills last night, while Kara Stevens had 9 service points, and Abigail Schaefer had 8 service points. And Kara Stevens is going to start them off tonight as Southeastern has the serve first here as we get ready to go for the final game of night number 2. We'll be back tomorrow night. 4 games tomorrow, 4 games Thursday, and then 9 games here from the high school on Saturday here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. And we thank you for joining us. Evan Wagner on the camera, Kara Stevens with the serve, and we are underway. Trone. Vogler sends it across. Schaefer quick to Stevens. Doug over there on the far side. Stevens with it. Schaefer again. Quick to Stevens. It's going to be blocked. And it's going to be a kill for Amanda Stevens. And a point for the Suns. Kara Stevens gets the service point. Wrong Stevens there, Dwayne. Second serve is probably going to be an ace. No, not an ace, but it is a point. They tracked it down, got to it, couldn't do anything with it, but they got to it. Kara Stevens leads to a 2-0 advantage here for the Suns. Third serve, drops short. I have a chance to do something with it. Vogler is going to get the kill. Took a little off that one, and she drops it in the middle of the campfire defense for the Suns. And going back to serve will be Addie Green. She wears number 2. Taylor Armstrong is the libero for the Rockets, number 3. Schaefer going to come up and throw that one down on a pass that was not intended for that, but it worked out perfectly, and Abigail Schaefer is going to get the kill. Coming back to serve, number 15, Kinsey Griswold, with her team leading 3-1 here in set number 1. Jason Arthur, thanks for joining us, and an ace for Kinsey Griswold. Hop in that live chat, folks. Tell us where you're watching from and who you're cheering from. Jason, of course, Gracie's dad. Good to have him watching. Bump set forward. Trone tips it across. Stevens is going to throw it across. It's going to be Ford bumping it across. Stevens, Schaefer to Griswold of the older variety. Zoe Griswold going to get the kill. We'll give her one. Kinsey Griswold's going to get the point. Called in the net, but it dropped anyway, so we'll give her the kill. 5-1 the score. Kara Stevens, Schaefer, quick to Amanda Stevens. Dug by Armstrong. Tipped by Schaefer on a tip by, it was blocked by Schaefer on a tip by Trone, and it went out of bounds, side out to the Rockets. And who's serving? Going back to serve is going to be Caitlin Vogler, number 25. Don't forget to share the stream, like it, subscribe to Hulett PubliPro LLC if you haven't yet. And Amanda Stevens gets the kill from Schaefer on the assist, and Schaefer comes back to serve now. 6-2, Suns with the lead. It's about the best start of the year, at least at home, that the Suns have had. There's Amanda Stevens, Zoe Griswold, dug by Armstrong off the ceiling, and Griswold's going to get her second kill. Schaefer's going to get her first service point, and it's 7-2. So again, if you could be so kind, like this stream, share it. Let your friends know what you're watching tonight. Stevens again is going to drive that one home down the middle of the floor. Those quicks are coming in a hurry right in the middle. There's no wasted time, and Stevens gets her third kill. Schaefer gets her second service point, and it is 8-2. Ford, Trone sends it across. Schaefer backs at Stevens, and another kill for Stevens. Another assist for Schaefer, and another point for Schaefer. She's got 3, and it's 9-2. Coach Kerr said in a post-game interview last night that they just hadn't quite got it together yet, Schaefer and Stevens. And part of that's because that's out. 10-2. Schaefer another service point. When you're setting quicks like that, you just have to practice getting rid of it. And coming in for the first time this year is going to be number 5, Savannah Ramsey, after hurting her knee in softball. Haven't got to see her all year. A little spark plug for this team. It was all kinds of excitement in warm-ups seeing her on the floor, and she's going to get her first chance to play a little bit here in the junior season for Savannah Ramsey. She's getting ready to check in. I think she'll have to do it afterwards. Coach Kerr grabs her and says, "Hey, you got to wait and check in after the timeout." So it'll be interesting to see that. Nicholas Riker. Annie Riker here. Gracie Arthur's sister. Go Suns. So Annie, not actually Nicholas. Thanks for joining us, Annie. I appreciate it. And Savannah Ramsey checking into the ball game. And Riley Van Fleet in as well, number 12. Schaefer back to serve again. She's got 4 straight service points. Deep right corner was Corey there, Elizabeth Corey. Oh. Kara Stevens. Another quick to Amanda Stevens, and that one's out. A little long on that one. And a side out. 10-3. Going back to serve is going to be Devin Vogler. She's been relatively quiet. Savannah Ramsey touches the ball for the first time. That one's not where Amanda thought it was going to be, or Amanda wasn't where Abigail Schaefer thought she was going to be, one or the other, I guess. Service there, and Amanda Stevens coming back to serve with her team up 11-4. Nicholas Schultz, thanks for watching. Go Rockets. So go Vogler girls watching from Kansas. Well, thank you for joining us. We greatly appreciate that. The Vogler girls are not too shabby themselves. And there's Kara Stevens getting a little tap kill from Amanda Stevens. Kara gets her first kill, and Amanda gets her first service point. Devin Vogler had a heck of a game last night. She's been a little quieter tonight, but I'm sure she'll get it going as Amanda airmails that one out the back of the gym. And it's 12-5. High toss, and Trone is dug by Schaefer. Back set Savannah Ramsey on the attack, and it's not going to fall, but it went into the net. We'll give her a kill anyway, and it's 13-5. I don't know if that's legitimately a kill, but we're going to give her one anyway. It's a feel-good kill anyway. And Savannah Ramsey coming back to serve now for the first time. Well, the first in this very quick entry into the game. She's going to get an ace. As I said, a lot of firsts. And she got another one there. It's 14-5. Suns with the lead. Gerlman playing the middle of this serve receive and nearly dropped another one in there. It's a service point. Can't give her a kill, or can't give her an ace, but she's got a second service point. Does Savannah Ramsey, and it's 15-5. Gerlman on the attack. Riley Van Fleet dug it up but couldn't do anything with it. Gerlman's going to get the kill, her first, and it's a side out. 15-6. A couple subs coming in. Going back to serve, I believe it's going to be number 21, Dylan Esther. Ford in the front row. Corey in the front row. No, not Corey. It's number 5, Fleck in the front row. And there is Kenzie Griswold with her best hit of the year right there. And that was a quick and a boom kill for Kenzie Griswold. And it's right back to a side out for the Suns. And coming in to serve is going to be number 21, Tegan Rigg, the freshman. Deep serve. Armstrong's there. Trone's going to back set to Gerlman. And she sends that one out the back of the court. And it's a point for Tegan Rigg. Her first, and it's 17-6. Savannah Ramsey diving to the floor, couldn't get there. That was Ford on the attack. Or Gerlman, we'll give it to Gerlman for her second. Tipped across by Schaefer. Devin Vogler sends it deep. Ramsey's there. Back set to Griswold. It's dug in the back row by Trone. Devin Vogler knew she'd come to life at some point, and there she is. Devin Vogler gets her second kill, but that was the first real big one she's had, and it's 17-8 as Gerlman gets the point. That's going to be out of bounds, and Stevens went down and got it anyway. Schaefer, forward, tipped across. Kara Stevens. Griswold from the right side is going to get the kill. And the side out. Kinsey Griswold gets her second kill. And coming back to serve for the second time is going to be Kara Stevens. Her team's up 18-8. Here in set number 1. Jump serve, Armstrong's there. Come over to Devin Vogler, who got it across. Now it's going to be Kinsey Griswold from the left side, and she gets the kill. Her third. Stevens serve as the camera went out for a second. Vogler hit it, and Amanda Stevens blocked it and then hit it with her left hand and gets her 5th kill. 20-8. Kara Stevens gets her 3rd point. Come across with a free ball. Savannah Ramsey's there. Schaefer out to Griswold, and it's going to be dug and tipped across. Amanda Stevens gets it put up. Griswold puts it down again. It's tipped across and out of bounds, but Rigg goes to get it. Quick to Stevens. It's going to be dug again. Kara is there. It's going to be pushed across by Amanda Stevens, and it's going to be brought back over. Kara Stevens. Schaefer tips it across, and it's going to be brought back across. And Amanda Stevens brings it down with authority, her 6th kill. And Kara Stevens gets another point, her 4th, and it's 21-8. Armstrong, bump set from Trone. Devin Vogler sends it across, and she might have twisted an ankle. It's going to fall. She'll get a kill, and she gets up slowly, walks it off. It looks like she is okay, but she went down awkwardly. Vogler's going to get her 3rd kill. 21-9 on the side out. Going back to serve is Addie Green. Kara Stevens comes out. Coming into the game is Jalen Van Beck. Stevens, Schaefer, Stevens. Armstrong, Vogler, Rigg, Schaefer. Savannah Ramsey sends it across. Armstrong's there. Green sets to Vogler. Vogler hits it deep out. Did it get touched? It did not. It's a side out, 22-9. Zoe Griswold checking back in, replacing Savannah Ramsey. Kinsey Griswold serve, right side, let serve, dug by Trone. Tana Trone now goes, it's going to be blocked by Schaefer, dug up. Stevens, Zoe Griswold. Armstrong on the dig. Green, a bump set. Armstrong's going to try and push it across. It gets there. Stevens, Schaefer bumps it back or pushes it back across. Van Beck, quick to Stevens, and she hits it into the net. Hitting air results in a side out, it's 22-10. Elizabeth Corey checking back in, as is Caitlin Vogler. For the Rockets, 22-10. Vogler with the serve of the Caitlin variety. Kinsey Griswold, Schaefer, and Amanda Stevens just drilled that one right at Addie Green. It's another kill, and it's another side out, and Abigail Schaefer comes back to serve. 23-10. Riley Van Fleet checks back in. Tegan Rigg takes a seat. Armstrong goes down to get it. Going to be punched across. Kinsey Griswold. Schaefer out to Zoe Griswold, who got it across. She went to a one hit. Now it's going to be deep and out. Hitting air. It's set point, 24-10. Gracie Arthur checking in. Kinsey Griswold coming out. That's deep and in. An ace ends it for Abigail Schaefer, as she serves the final two, including the final ace. And at the end of the set one, it's 25-10. Suns with the victory. They'll come back and try to sweep here in set number two. We'll be back in just a couple minutes here on TSSR Game Time live from the Lady Suns Classic.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
When my parents told me they'd be using Adams Experts, I felt a bit replaced. I mean, they always called me to remove their viruses or get their printer connected to Wi-Fi. He even set up their new Roku.
How do I adopt a new son?
But then he taught me a few things. And now, we're like tech brothers.
Adams Experts, repair, maintenance, and setup for all your home.
And welcome back here as we get ready for set number two. As you can see, it was 25-10 Suns in set number one. The Rockets going to try to change that here, though. They got off to a pretty slow start. It was close, at least even down the stretch. Suns did play a few subs, but it was much more even down the stretch. We'll see if the Rockets can come out a little more fired up and make something happen here in set number two, as we are playing in our last game of the night. We'll have 4 games tomorrow and 4 games Thursday, then 9 games here from Southeastern High School on Saturday. As the Rockets taking every last second. And just for a second there, you might have seen it on the left of the screen, the little sister thing coming out right there, because the freshman, Kara Stevens, and was talking to Abigail Schaefer, the senior, and Amanda Stevens, the older sister, junior. And Abigail took a step at her, and like she was going to run at her, and Kara went backing up in a hurry. A little fun there before this one starts for the Suns. Stevens unofficially 7 kills, 6 points for Abigail Schaefer. And right off the bat, we come with Trone on a jump serve. Schaefer to Stevens, and Stevens is going to get another kill. Side out Suns. Kenzie Griswold coming to serve. 8 kills for Amanda Stevens. Kenzie Griswold to serve. She has 2 service points. Gracie Arthur. Schaefer quick to Stevens, and another kill. Make it 9. Kenzie Griswold. Blocked by Schaefer of Devin Vogler. And then Ford can't get it over the net. 2 points for Griswold. It's 3-0. Suns here in set number 2. Trouble for Caitlin Vogler. They went and got to it, but 4 hits to get it across. It's another point for Griswold. She's got 5 now. And she airmailed that one deep out of the back of the court. That means it'll be a side out. Going back to serve is going to be number 4, Elizabeth Corey. She has not served a whole lot, I don't think. I don't remember calling her name when she served. But she's going to serve here, Amanda Stevens. Schaefer out to Savannah Ramsey, and it's going to be couple hits, but they couldn't do anything with it. Side out for the Suns, and Abigail Schaefer going to go back. Zoe Griswold checking in for Gracie Arthur as Riley Van Fleet takes a seat. Schaefer serve, tipped across. Kara Stevens is there. Amanda Stevens going to get the kill in the right corner for kill number 10. 6-1. Thanks for jumping into live chat, folks. Everybody that did. Farthest away we've had today is Kansas. Greatly appreciate you watching, Nicholas. Here's a block by Stevens of Vogler. It's going to be Savannah Ramsey on the attack again. It's going to be dug by Trone. Now it's going to be Caitlin Vogler sending it out on the hitting air. And it's 7-1. Jump serve, drop it short. Vogler, Ramsey, Schaefer, Stevens. Another kill, make it 11. 8-1. Middle, Stevens, that's blocked and down in front of Vogler for another kill for Stevens. 9-1. Another point for Schaefer. Griswold, Schaefer, over to Ramsey. Dug by Armstrong. Devin Vogler on the attack. It's off the hand of Stevens. Schaefer, Stevens. Dug by Armstrong, and down to the floor it goes after hitting the ceiling. 13 kills for Amanda Stevens. 9 service points for Abigail Schaefer. Devin Vogler going to tip it across. Griswold had went down to a knee and couldn't get up to get it. Side out, 10-2. Going back to serve is Devin Vogler. She wears number 20. Griswold, Schaefer goes to get it. Stevens hits it. Dug back there by Vogler. Middle it goes to Gerlman. Gerlman hits it out. Amanda Stevens coming back to get it. 11-2 is the score. Stevens serve low, hard off of Corey. Gerlman, Stevens a one-arm dig. Schaefer out to Ramsey, and Ramsey can't get it over the net. Side out on the hitting air. And at number 21, Dylan Esther checking in to serve for the Rockets. Her team down by 8. Amanda to Kara, Doug, Schaefer, Griswold down the right line, and she's going to get the kill. Good placement for Griswold as she gets the kill on the side out. It's her third kill for Zoe Griswold. Savannah Ramsey coming to serve now. Devin Vogler, Stevens. And it goes over the net, and we'll call Kinsey Griswold into the net, I guess. So it's a side out, 12-4. Caitlin Vogler back to serve. Schaefer from the back row. Vogler with the serve, or the service, or the dig, and Corey hits it into the net. I can't talk, folks. I apologize. It's been a long night. 13-4, and Zoe Griswold going back to serve. Gracie Arthur actually is going to come in and serve for her. Low serve, dug back there by Esther, bumped across by Corey. Stevens out to Schaefer, and it's a block, dug by Griswold. Back to Griswold from Stevens on the set. And that's out. Gerlman hits it out of bounds, just barely. Just barely out. Gracie Arthur gets the point. Kara Stevens tipped it across. Corey's going to hit it. It's blocked by Griswold and Kara Stevens. We'll give them both a block. Kenzie Griswold gets a block, and Kara Stevens gets a block. And Gracie Arthur gets another service point. 15-4. And then Schaefer bumps it across, and a communication issue results in the ball falling to the floor. 16-4. Armstrong. Amanda Stevens back to Kenzie Griswold. It's blocked by Gerlman, and then Gerlman gets the kill. Gerlman gets her third kill, and she's going back to serve now. I want to say hi to Kathy Bear watching again tonight. Kathy and John watching Amanda and Kara from Florida. Thank you for joining us again tonight. Kara Stevens, Amanda Stevens, Kenzie Griswold. Devin Vogler is going to get the kill off of the libero, Gracie Arthur, and it's 16-6. Rockets not going away here as Charlie Gerlman gets the point. Nearly got an ace right there. That was a nice serve. Stevens, Griswold on the attack. It'll be a free ball. It's going to go out. And it's a side out. Kara Stevens back to serve. She's got 4 service points, a kill and a block. Stevens serve. Trone's going to do a bump set, try to bring it over near side all the way across, and drops it in the corner does Devin Vogler for her 5th kill. It's 17-7. Tana Trone going back to serve. Italy Ford checking into the front row. And she's going to serve it into the net. Side out on the service error. And Kenzie Griswold checking back to serve. She's got 5 service points. Serve the first 4 of this one. Tegan Rigg going to come in, replacing Savannah Ramsey. Trouble on the serve receive. Armstrong, now it's going to be Corey sending a free ball across. Tegan Rigg is there. Schaefer to Stevens. Through the block of Vogler and down to the floor it goes. Kill number 14 for Amanda Stevens. Point number 19 for the Suns, and service point number 6 for Griswold. Addie Green's going to check in, replacing Italy Ford. Griswold serve, Addie Green sets. Schaefer pushes it across. Green was there. Going to be a free ball from Corey. Schaefer over to Tegan Rigg. Trone was there. Devin Vogler sends it over. Quick from Stevens to Stevens from Schaefer, and Stevens gets the kill. Kill number 15 on the night, and it's 20-7. Chad Derry, thanks for joining us. You're welcome. We appreciate you watching. Oh, another free ball. Well, it's pushed across a little bit better than that. There's an overpass by Kara Stevens. Devin Vogler is going to tip, blocked by Amanda Stevens. Kinsey Griswold. Schaefer's going to go get it. Tegan Rigg on the attack and hits it into the net side out on the hitting error for Rigg, and it's 20-8. Subs coming in. Corey goes out. Delaney Meyer comes in. She served really well in set number 2 last night. All of her points came in set number 2, and she serves that one into the net. I jinxed her. I apologize for all you Rushville Rocket fans watching. That's the announcer's jinx got her. Riley Van Fleet checking in. Zoe Griswold taking a seat. Abigail Schaefer with 9 service points and including an ace at the service line now. She served out the last game for the final 2 points. Can she serve out the final 4 here? Schaefer, Stevens, Riley Van Fleet down the line and in. Riley Van Fleet gets the kill. Schaefer gets her 10th point. Nice job of placing it down the line by Riley Van Fleet. 22-8. Schaefer's serve coming here. Leaves that one short. That's not even fair. And an overpass. Armstrong gets it to fall. It's just an overpass. And Abigail's like, I don't even know what to do about that, Coach. There's not a whole lot you can do, kid. Devin Vogler going back to serve again on the side out. 22-9. Let serve. Stevens, Schaefer to Amanda Stevens, and then off the block and out of bounds. Amanda Stevens gets kill number 16. And she'll come back to serve now with her team up 23-9. Blocked and falls. Gerelman with the kill. And she abused the block of Riley Van Fleet that time to get the side out. A lot of making up to do if you're the Rockets, though, here. Addie Green's going to go back to serve. Down by 13, 23-10. Kara Stevens, Amanda Stevens, back to Kara Stevens on the attack. It's a dig over there on the far side. Now tip. Griswold gets it. Stevens, back row attack, Schaefer. That was Delaney Meyer there. Caitlin Vogler tried to get it over, could not. A hitting error, and it's 24-10. And Tegan Rigg back to serve. Deep serve and out. So 13 straight needed now in order to prevent the loss, and it's Caitlin Vogler. No pressure here, kid. Corey checks in. Delaney Meyer sits down. 24-11. One side out ends it. A little bit of trouble. Stevens back to Griswold, and she hits it into the net for a hitting error. And Caitlin Vogler gets the service point. Not a whole lot of stats for Rushville Industry tonight. That's a deep serve. Tegan Rigg is there. Stevens tips it across to, actually tipped it to Kara Stevens, who tipped it across. Block by Kara Stevens. There's a free ball coming out. Schaefer, Stevens. And it's off the block and down. Kara Stevens gets the kill to end the match, 25-12. (25-10), 25-12. The Suns get the win. They improved to 2-0 in the tournament. Rushville falls to 1-1 in the tournament. And we'll look at some stats here real quick while we wait for Coach to come up and talk to us. Not a whole lot, as I said, on the stat side of things for Rushville Industry, unfortunately. Devin Vogler had 1 point and 5 kills. Charlie Gerelman had 2 points and 4 kills, and Caitlin Vogler had 1 kill, or 1 point, excuse me, and that was the stat line for Rushville Industry. A whole lot more going on for the Suns. They were led from the kill department by Amanda Stevens. No surprise there, 16 kills for Amanda Stevens. She had 1 service point. Service line leader was Abigail Schaefer, unofficially 10 points, including an ace. Had Gracie Arthur with 3 points. Zoe Griswold with 3 points. Abigail Schaefer had Zoe Griswold with 3 kills, excuse me. Abigail Schaefer had a kill as well. Savannah Ramsey had 2 points, including an ace and a kill. Riley Van Fleet had 1 kill. Kinsey Griswold had 7 points, including an ace, 3 kills and a block. Kara Stevens, 4 points, 2 kills and a block. And Tegan Rigg had 1 service point. Again, 25-10, 25-12. That puts Southeastern in the driver's seat thus far here in their pool, because West Hancock lost to West Central, which means everybody but them has at least 1 loss. West Central has 2. That's where we stand right now in that pool. We'll go over the games prior today. Game 1 was Unity over Central, 23-25, 25-15, 15-6. Unity was led by Cody Duke with 7 kills, 16 service points by Hayden Frankel, and 7 aces. Game 2 had Illini West downing Western pretty easily, 25-12, 25-12. Madeline Boyer, the player of the game in that one, 12 points, including 6 aces, 3 kills, and 3 blocks. Josie Boyer was hitting the ball an absolute ton, though. She had 3 points, including 3 aces and 8 kills. In game number 3, another 3-setter. It was West Central beating West Hancock 18-25, 26-24, 15-13. The Heat was led by Harley Haynes with 7 kills and 6 service points, including an ace and a block. Rebecca Henshaw had 7 points, 8 points for Grace Seitz, and 5 kills for Shelby Bowman, and Lauren Winters had 4 kills. Shelby Bowman's big diving into the bleachers down by a point in the 23-22, I believe it was. Or 24-23 is what it was when she dove into the bleachers, and they ended up winning 26-24 to save the ball. Game 4, Beardstown dropped the game to Liberty, 25-21 and then 25-7. Passing just went away for Beardstown in game number 2, and Allie Leffringhouse led the way for Liberty. 13 service points, 3 aces included in that. 6 kills for Maddie Gibbs to lead the way. Bella Nora also had 5 points, and Tiffany Will had 6 service points, including 2 aces. The Amanda Stevens show here in game number 5, 16 unofficial kills for Amanda Stevens. 10 service points for Abigail Schaefer, so it was pretty good. Coach Kerr is up here and answering some questions, and they're playing a little baseball in the gymnasium, or some sort of baseball. I'm not really sure what they're tossing around there. A lighted ball, I think, or something like that. Anyway, those must be some of Coach Riggs' junior high baseball kids, maybe. Yes, they are. That's kind of what I figured. He's got the whole eye black all the way down to cheeks, man. It makes him look intimidating, is what the point of that is. Isn't that right, Coach? When you play baseball, you got to get all that eye black on so you can.
You have to look the part. That's for sure.
I got all kinds of weight on there. There you go. How about that? Is that better?
That's perfect. Yeah.
There we go. You can maybe talk a little bit now. Sorry about that.
No, that's great. That's great. I'm loud now. Ooh.
I'll tell you what. I'll turn you down a little bit.
Okay.
You're usually not that loud. You're usually soft spoken.
I know. I'm excited tonight.
Yeah. Well, we talked about what would it take to get you to come out and play fast. Do you know what it took, or did it just happen?
It was the gray jerseys.
Is that what it was?
Absolutely.
That's what
I tried to give credit to, but Amanda told me that was not the case. Amanda's pretty dry and serious most of the time, and she just pointed out immediately that it had nothing to do with the gray jerseys. So I don't know.
You got to find something, don't you?
I know, exactly.
It didn't have anything to do with Savannah Ramsey.
Yeah, she did good. It's nice to see her back on the floor and doing some nice things. So we got some good contributions from a lot of different kids. So
it was pretty funny. You put her in, and it was like dig, kill, point, ace, right off the bat. Just boom, 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 boom.
Yep, she did a good job.
And things just went her way. And I think we talked about that would probably be a pick-me-up for you guys when she came in, no matter how much she kind of played, and it seemed like it was.
Yeah, for sure. She just gives us so much experience, and another kid that knows how to play the game. And it was nice to see her go out there and have some success. And she's had a little bit of practice time with us, and really really good to see her out there and like I said, do a lot of different things for us. She served the ball well and played good defense and had a couple kills, and she just smart attacking, smart in the front row too for us. So just another, like I said, just part of the process of getting better, and obviously, hopefully her quickness and athleticism and ability to jump and move will just continue to get better and better. And I know she's a little bit scared of it right now, as you would be. I mean, I had knee surgery several years ago, and just being able to trust it again and do your thing is a lot of it. So hopefully she'll be able to just continue to get comfortable and be able to continue to get better, and obviously that will hopefully allow us to get better as well.
When you're playing well, everybody looks better, right? But Kinsey
Right.
Griswold played her best game of the year, I think.
Yeah, no question. I tell you what, Coach Shuley in Autumn is a great asset to our program and our team and to myself. And she is someone who, every night after we play, she and I are constantly texting back and forth about probably for 30 minutes or so, just about different things. And we had that last night as well. And, she just really knows how to put things in perspective for us. She just feels like that, we've put so much pressure on ourselves and to go out there and perform. And she just, we need to relax and go out and play our game and have fun. And she talked to all the girls today a little bit about that. And I'm kind of too old. They don't listen to me very much anymore, I think. So it's nice to have her being able to, infuse some youth and some enthusiasm and some wisdom all at once. And she just talked to the kids about playing hard and having fun and going out there and relaxing. And you really can see that tonight. And obviously, getting a good start and a good lead helped that, immensely. But give her credit for, I'm going to say the gray jerseys and Coach Shilly, and I think we'll turn it around. So that's my final answer.
Well, I kind of felt like you should have put Kinsey in the middle at some point, because she got a kill on the left, a kill on the right, a kill on the left. You just left her out of the middle.
Yeah, I know, and she actually has played some middle in her life.
I'm literally, I'm just kidding, but it was that kind of a night.
No, exactly. And that's part that kind of shows the versatility that we have, and she is actually a good middle. So I'd actually thought about it one time, switching some things around so that she did get some shots in the middle and some other people got some shots on the outside. So, but she did a good job, just looking more comfortable. And even you very astutely said it. The very first time we had a match this year was just that she looks like a varsity player. She looks so much more comfortable, and she's going to be someone who's really, really good, I think, in a couple of years, and hopefully, this year too.
I kind of giggled a little to myself because I felt like Tegan Rigg tonight looked a lot like Kinsey did last year.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, that same kind of.
Yeah.
She knew what she was doing, but
Right.
that little tentative that you don't see. You didn't see her as an 8th grader do that. You don't really see her as a freshman doing that. But on the varsity court, just a little tentative.
Yeah, no question. And that's something we've talked about a lot. We have a lot of. We have a good JV team this year too. We've already 5-0, have won a tournament already at the JV level, and I've had a lot of comments just on how good they've looked. And you're exactly right. They just look like different players because honestly they're playing on the same court now with some of their heroes.
Right.
Some of the kids that they watch at the state tournament, and all of a sudden they're on the same floor with them and trying to win the same game as them. So it's definitely something that they think about, and there's an extra factor to compete and to be good and succeed, and there's a little bit extra pressure on that because of that. So, try to get some of those girls. We've got Jalen in tonight for a little bit in the back row as a freshman, and the more they get those touches on that level, I think the better off they'll be eventually in the long run.
Now, before I moved it to talk about the game for Abigail and Amanda, I want to talk about the fact that before the second game, I don't know if you were watching, but they were all out there huddled, and they were talking, and I see Abigail take a step and she's going to get Kara, and Kara comes running back. I was like, that's the big sister senior thing talking to the freshman. It looked like she was running away, like she's going to make her do some kind of hazing or something.
Yeah, no question. And that's part of Coach Shillian's shenanigans as far as getting them to have fun and relax a little bit. And Abigail's really bought into that tonight, I think. She's just really grown so much as not only a player but as a leader for us. And she's someone who when things are going great, she's a great asset. When things are not going great, she needs to be that same. And she's really turned the corner this year, I think, and has done that. So Yeah, they were playing a little. I don't know what they were doing out there, but Amanda and Kara are a lot alike in their personalities, and they're both kind of a little bit dry and a lot serious. And so I think anytime they can pick on Kara, I think they try to do that as well.
Well, now let's talk about those two, Abigail and Schaefer and Amanda Stevens. We talked every game leading up to tonight. We've talked about the timing just didn't seem quite there. The timing was maybe not perfect tonight, but it was a whole lot closer. It looked like
yeah,
tonight.
for sure. And that's a function of them being comfortable. Some of that's a function of us having a lead and playing more loose, and that, and the passing was better too. So they really did. They got going good, and I don't know what Amanda's percentage was hitting, but she had a lot of swings and a lot of them were kills. So it was nice to see that, and obviously she's tough to stop, and when they're clicking like that, which is something we're going to need, that's a good thing for us for sure.
I had her for 16 kills. I only remember 2 hits out of 2 hitting errors that I remember.
Yeah.
One was in the net and one went long.
Right.
That's the only ones I remember from her.
Yeah, and the majority of it went down too.
Yeah.
So that's a good formula for us.
You guys are pretty much in the driver's seat of your pool. You want to play in a championship round. Everybody else in your pool's got at least one loss now.
Yeah.
So I mean, West Central's done. They're 1-2, and you've beat both West Central and Rushville tonight. So now West Hancock. Did you watch the West Central West Hancock game?
I did.
That game kind of surprised me a little.
Yeah, that was a pretty good. Ended up being a pretty good match. You have a lot of size on West Hancock's court, and a little bit of experience. They're kind of a mixture of youth and experience, and older kids too. So, and then West Central took it to them tonight, and they've got of course the big girl that everyone notices, but then that 32 girl, I don't know what her name is.
Shelby Bowman.
Yeah, she's a nice little player too. So she does a lot of good things for them, and I think they've had a good tournament. They came out and played us tough last night, and they obviously I think they took it on the chin to Rushville the first night in 3, if I remember right.
Yeah, they won the first game and then lost the last 2, I think.
Yeah, but that's been a pretty good. I think they're probably pleased with themselves. They have had a good showing this week, and like you said, we can take care of our own business, kind of control our own destiny. As they say, for on Thursday night against West Hancock, and they're definitely dangerous. You look at the size and the length that they have, and it's definitely something where they put a block up, and all of a sudden some of those balls that Amanda's hitting comes back in our face, and they're definitely capable of doing some good things.
The Peterson girl, the Brianna Peterson, number 19, is a pretty good player in the middle.
Yeah, they are. I know I talked to Charlie a little bit, and he was a little discouraged about the production that he had out of his middles, but he was going up against some pretty good players, and I felt like it's just one of those things where we have several of these already this year, where this tournament where both teams deserve to win, and it's hard to see either one of them lose because they played pretty well, and I think there was some service-y things going on at the end there with West Hancock, and had a couple of ball handling calls there at the end that kind of shot them in the foot, but they were in it the whole time, definitely.
Yeah, and Beardstown kind of didn't rebound very well after their last night. They fell apart. And passing a serve receive was tough for them in the second set.
Yeah, crazy. You look at that, and I actually texted Coach Klusmeyer down at Unity and said that because I figured he'd be wanting to know that's his pool, and I just let him know that Beardstown was, Liberty was handling Beardstown pretty easily. And that second set, it's one of those things where you get momentum. I don't know what it was, 10 or 11 to nothing. I think maybe at the beginning, or at least 7 or 8. So
I think it ended up being 8-1.
Okay, yeah. So once that happens, then it's pretty hard to come back. And I know it just looked like their mojo was gone. They looked like they were done. They cashed it in, but no, I thought they played great. Last night against Camp Point and got that win, and so. A lot of we touched on this last night as well, but there's the floor, the bottom, if there is such a thing. Teams in the area right now in this tournament are considerably better than they have been before.
The floor isn't very far down, is it?
No, that's not right.
Or the ceiling's pretty low, whichever way you want to look at it, right?
And that could be the case. I don't know. I looked after watching Illini West, the ceiling maybe looks pretty high too.
Yeah,
but
Illini West looked really good tonight, didn't they?
Yeah, they have a lot of weapons. They're really, I think they're the real deal. And I hope they have a good year every night, except for when they play us. And I hope they lay an egg when they play us. But the rest of the time, I'm fine with them being good.
Unity rebounded after losing to Central in set 1, 25-23. They just dominated that down the stretch, too.
Yeah, they did. You know, that's such a good program down there, and I have so much respect for Seth down there. He's one of my best coaching friends, and does just a great job. You know, I think one thing about him is he's just every single year his kids are going to be well coached and fundamental, and they found, looks like he's found a couple hitters as well, so they did a really good job, and I think I personally think that if one of his girls from his junior high team didn't go to Quincy, Notre Dame, that he probably might have been 2-time state champions, because they've had 2 really good years in a row, and they put one more cog in there, and no one may have beat them the last 2 years. So, and even saying that, they've had two really good years in a row, and I think probably they graduated a lot last year, but you look out there and they're definitely competing and doing a nice job. And I know Coach Bolton talked about just how well they pass. Coach Bolton had been in the Unity program the last couple of years at the JV level, and he's just like, those guys just pass so well, and it makes the game so much easier when you do that. So, they definitely looked good, and they're going to be definitely a team to compete with and to deal with for sure.
So what do you do tomorrow night?
Well,
going fishing?
I'll come watch a little bit, and actually I'm taking my daughter back to St. Louis. She's catching a flight to Miami in the morning, and then she's going back to the island of St. Kitts, a Caribbean island, and she's going to start her 5th semester of vet school down there. So I'll be, after we leave, I'll be driving for 2.5 hours to St. Louis and staying all night, and then getting up, and I'll have her at the airport about 3 a.m., and I'll go back to Drury Inn and sleep and maybe try to get some of their free breakfast, and then come back in mid-morning and do my job as principal, hopefully, and try not to go
fall asleep at your desk.
In my office. Exactly. That's exactly right.
How do you end up going to St. Kitts for
St. Kitts and
St. Kitts, whatever?
Yeah. So she did her undergrad at Augustana in Rock Island, Quad Cities, and she was a biology major, and she had a minor in Chinese. She's the one that people who know her know us. When she graduated, she was done with school for a while, and she decided she wanted to know what she wanted to do. So she went to China to be a teacher in a university, and it happened to be she taught English, and no other than Wuhan, China, which I'd never heard of before. Now everyone has heard of Wuhan, China because of COVID. So she was actually there when COVID started, and she came back, and we tell her that God gave her a toothache because she came back and flew back into Chicago on January the 8th, and then about 2 weeks later, all plane travel was stopped, and so she was back here, and so we tease her that she's the one that brought COVID to the States because she literally was over there when that happened, and so then she took a couple more years to do some other things, and she decided she wanted to go back and try to do her first love, and which was try to be a veterinarian, and she had some ties from Augustana that had went to St. Kitts, so she looked at it and applied and got accepted. So she's 4 semesters in, and she's doing things, sticking her hands in cows. I have no interest in any of that. So, but she's enjoying that. So, our show just went from PG to PG-13, didn't it? Sorry.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, we're in an agricultural area. Everybody knows. Everybody's probably listening to this right now knows exactly what you're talking about.
Yes, yeah.
And none of them enjoy doing it probably, but some of them probably do it.
Absolutely.
So yes. we'll leave it at that.
For sure.
Well, Coach. Thanks for coming up and talking to us. Thanks for letting us do the games.
Sure.
Good night here tonight.
Absolutely. We'll see you. I'll be back tomorrow, and then we'll play again on Thursday and see what happens. So it's good to have you guys. And I know, like I've said before many times, but this is a great thing. I know I have my parents live in Macomb, and my dad can't usually get out to the games, and he watches us every night, and I send him a link, and know there's a lot of other families do the same thing, and I'm sure that there are more people that really appreciate it, just like I do. So
sorry they have to listen to me most nights.
It's all right.
The video guy's pretty good.
I haven't done too bad, but you're not too bad either. So it's definitely better than anything that we can put out there for her live stream or whatever. So.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks, Coach.
Yep, absolutely.
We'll talk to you Thursday night.
Yep, take care.
Okay. Coach Kerr talking to us, and that'll do it from Southeastern High School. 25-10, 25-12. Southeastern gets the win. We'll see you tomorrow night.